You don't wear.
Alright, we're good. Hello, my name is Chris McBride, and the cultural group that I'm going to be researching today is Beliebers. Beliebers was a term coined in 2010 by U-Definition defining fans of the musician Justin Bieber. Ask a believer and they'll tell you that the term predates 2010 as it was being used to describe fans of the YouTube sensation back in its earlier days of success. How to spot a believer? There's a difference between the fans and fandom of Justin Bieber. While fan is a more casual term, fandom is more of a fan that has more of an attachment to something. How to spot a believer is as simple as a hashtag search of believer on Twitter. We will find troves of like-minded fans supporting Justin Bieber. Fans typically post content on Twitter and other social media accounts specifically directed towards Justin Bieber. You can spot social media trends via their hashtag campaigns, usually based around trying to push Bieber songs to the top of the charts. The fandom of Bieber is relentless in their approach, and they build a sense of community within each other. Finding the attitudes, values, and beliefs of this group was a bit of a challenge. While this is a cultural group, it's sometimes hard to find meaning in a group whose sole purpose is a devotion towards a celebrity. This obsession is often described as being a term called Bieber fever, described as being an addiction towards Justin Bieber. Roll again. These dedicated fans sometimes participate in things called buyouts, as reported by Gawker writer Adrian Chin. His piece profiled Bieber fans that participated in these buyouts by going to stores en masse to buy Justin Bieber CDs in order to boost his sales on the charts. When you think of a believer, you probably create the image of a young girl between the ages of 11 to 15. One of the misconceptions of believers is that they're all young girls, but what I've discovered is that there's a fraction of the fandom that consists of males. According to a report by Brandwatch, 17% of Justin Bieber fans are males. This minority of the fandom is often referred to as boy believers, who represent a small yet prominent portion of the fan base. They often gain a respect among their female counterparts. Right? There are many shocking things I came across from the culture of believers, but there's one thing in particular while searching through the internet archives that really caught my eye. While researching the believer fandom, eventually it would lead me to an article explaining a condition called parasocial relationships. The condition is defined as being a one-sided relationship in which a person devotes emotional energy, time, and interest into something, typically being a celebrity who is unaware of the feelings and intentions of the said party. At the time, I had never heard of such a thing, but upon reading, I saw many similarities between parasocial relationships and believers. With so much exposure to the finest details of stars like Justin Bieber's lives, fans of this condition create a connection towards them. Combined with an increased access to celebrities, they see this as a means of being closer to them, thus sharing intimate details of their lives, declaring a sense of loyalty towards them, all the while, in their personal lives, the fans lack a sense of belonging and suffer from things like loneliness and social anxiety. Fandoms has existed for some time, over decades dating back to the Beatles. With the rise of social media adding fuel to the fire, parasocial relationships have become more of a prominent condition in society today. And that is my cultural study on believers. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for participating.